Unlock your English listening in 30 days. Have you ever felt lost when people speak English, or found that your efforts to improve just aren't paying off? What if I told you that in just 30 days, you could dramatically boost your English listening skills? I'm here to share how I did it, and how you can too, by focusing on real-life English conversations. My aha moment in Spain. A few years ago, I was thrilled to practice my Spanish in Spain. But things didn't go as planned. I met a guy named Daniel, and his fast, accented Spanish was a blur. Instead of giving up, I decided to listen actively. Every time I didn't understand, I'd ask him to slow down or explain differently. Slowly, I started to get it. Daniel then shared his secret to learning English, listening to real conversations. It hit me, that's what I was missing. Like him, I decided to ditch just grammar and vocabulary, and immerse myself in everyday chats. My listening improved incredibly quickly. This experience taught me that true improvement comes from engaging with real people, hearing their stories, and practicing active listening, not from boring language tapes. The 30-day listening challenge. Imagine sitting in a bustling cafe, surrounded by English speakers. Their words fly by, a jumble of sounds. You want to join in, but you're not sure you'll understand. Sound familiar? I've been there. On my first day in Spain, I couldn't even order coffee properly. That moment was a wake-up call. Rote memorization wasn't enough. I needed to train my ears, just like a child learns their first language by listening. So, I committed to a 30-day listening immersion. No giving up, even when confused. And it changed everything. Breakthroughs and discoveries. My turning point came on day 2, when I met Daniel. His accent was new, his words blended, but I paid close attention to his rhythm, connected words, and common phrases. I even repeated his words mentally. Soon, my brain started recognizing patterns. I wasn't catching every word, but I understood the general idea. Instead of panicking, I'd ask him to repeat or rephrase. This boosted my confidence immensely. That night, I started a new routine. Listen to short audio clips of native speakers. Guessed meanings before checking translations. Repeated sentences aloud, mimicking native pronunciation. By the end of the first week, I was following conversations much more easily and feeling more confident. I realized mistakes are just part of the learning journey. A huge breakthrough happened on day 15. Back at that same cafe, the waiter spoke, and I understood him perfectly. I responded naturally, without hesitation. It felt incredible to communicate without fear. I wasn't just memorizing, I was using the language. Why daily listening is a game changer. When I first learned English, unlike Spanish in Spain, I didn't have the luxury of immersion. I relied on textbooks and apps, which taught me rules but didn't prepare me for real conversations. It felt overwhelming. I remember trying to watch a TV show without subtitles. People spoke quickly, using slang I didn't know. I felt defeated. That's when I decided to change my approach, daily real-life listening. No more slow, controlled textbook dialogues, I needed the authentic stuff. I started listening to podcasts while making coffee, commuting, even cooking. Even if I didn't understand everything, I kept going. I'd pause, research unfamiliar words, and slowly, patterns emerged. I started recognizing phrases and guessing their meanings from context. For example, Daniel often said, "No worries, it's all good." At first, I was clueless, but by hearing it repeatedly in relaxed situations, I understood it meant it's okay or don't worry. By the third week, my understanding soared. I picked up on tone, mood, and even body language, crucial for true comprehension. Language is more than just words, it's about conveying feelings and ideas. This focus on real conversations also helped me enjoy English movies without needing subtitles for every word. The power of connection and active engagement. My journey took an inspiring turn when I met Sarah at a coffee shop in the US. She was also focused on daily listening to improve her language skills. Her natural English confirmed my approach. The more you listen to people speaking naturally, the more your brain connects the dots. After our conversation, I increased my listening time even more, actively engaging with the content. I'd pause to repeat interesting words or phrases, mimicking intonation and rhythm. I also wrote down unfamiliar words to look up later. This active listening reinforced new vocabulary and sentence structures. By the end of 30 days, I felt like a new person. My listening had dramatically improved, and I was using new vocabulary in my own conversations. The shift from textbook English to real-life English made all the difference. Embrace the journey, enjoy the process. I challenge you, listen to real English every day for 30 days. This means podcasts, interviews, TV shows, or everyday interactions. Don't worry about understanding every single word at first. Consistency is key. Your progress will surprise you. Be patient, language learning is a journey, not a race. As I continued my listening, my brain adjusted to the rhythm of English. It was like tuning a radio, at first, static, then suddenly, crystal clear sound. I overheard conversations in bookstores and understood almost everything. Phrases like bucket list that I'd heard in podcasts clicked instantly. These small victories confirmed that daily listening worked. I was no longer just memorizing. I was understanding how words were truly used. My confidence even translated to speaking. I ordered coffee at a cafe without translating in my head. This showed me that listening and speaking are deeply connected. The more you hear common phrases, the more they become ingrained, making natural speech easier. Just like babies listen for months before speaking, daily listening trains your brain to understand and produce the language naturally. Expand your horizons, beyond conversations. To take my learning further, I started listening to diverse English content, news reports, audiobooks, interviews, and even stand-up comedy. Interviews taught me the flow of real conversations, interruptions, filler words, I mean. Audiobooks improved my pronunciation, as I could clearly hear words and repeat them. Comedy taught me humor and slang. It wasn't always easy, but by researching unfamiliar terms, I started to get the jokes and felt more connected to the language. One of my proudest moments was laughing at a stand-up comedy joke before the subtitles appeared. That meant I understood English in real time. The nuances of language, tone, context, and emotion. Listening to real stories taught me that vocabulary isn't just about definitions. For example, broke can mean out of money, but in a business context, the company is broke, it means something else entirely. You learn these nuances only by hearing words used in different situations. Tone is another crucial element. Really can convey curiosity or sarcasm, depending on how it's said. By paying attention to tone, I became more aware of how my own speech would be perceived. Phrases like "it turns out" or "to be honest" are also key to natural conversation. Even when I struggled with technical topics, I learned to focus on the overall message, using context to fill in gaps. This shows that understanding isn't always about every single word. Descriptive language also became clearer. Steaming plates of pancakes is far more vivid than just "we had breakfast." This helped me add personality and imagery to my own speech. sharing and connecting through stories. Language is a powerful tool for building relationships. When I listened to stories about travel or personal challenges, I wasn't just hearing facts, I was connecting with the emotions and experiences. Hearing someone say, "I hit rock bottom," or "I started with nothing, but kept pushing forward," teaches you the language of resilience and determination. Listening to everyday routines, like someone saying, "I wake up at 6 a.m., make coffee, and go for a run," showed me how to share personal habits in an engaging way. Even humor, like someone laughing about getting caught in a rainstorm without an umbrella, teaches you how to lighten the mood and connect on a personal level. The biggest takeaway: language isn't just about rules, it's about connecting with others and sharing your experiences authentically. The power of storytelling and overcoming fear. A common hurdle for English learners is the fear of making mistakes. I certainly felt it. But listening to someone share how they mistakenly said, "I go to the store yesterday," and were gently corrected made me realize that mistakes are a natural part of learning. It's about getting your message across and continuing to improve. Watching TV shows without subtitles, even when missing words, taught me to pick up on common phrases and patterns through repetition. The more you listen, the more familiar sounds and words become. Storytelling is also incredibly powerful. It's how we share our experiences, emotions, and ideas. Practicing telling your own stories in English will naturally improve your language skills as you learn to organize your thoughts and express yourself clearly. Sharing your journey, with its highs and lows, makes your communication richer and more engaging. Your English journey starts now. Learning English isn't about perfection. It's about expressing yourself, connecting with others, and sharing your unique story. Embrace mistakes as steps forward. The more you listen to real-life stories and practice speaking, the more confident you'll become. So, keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, English is a journey, not a destination. You'll be amazed at how far you can go.